Hello and welcome back, everybody, to another episode with your Blue Jays franchise here. And looking at the first half, our offense is definitely near the bottom right now. Besides Vladimir Guerrero Jr., everyone else is kind of starting to falter. Runs, we're near the bottom as well. We need another bat here to help out this offense, especially if we are going to keep Vladdy on the roster. He's going to want some more help. As hits, we're not even really there either. Anthony Santander, he hasn't really helped this offense as much as we would like, but we definitely could use another bat or two, especially in the outfield and possibly third base, just to give us an extra oomph here for a postseason push. Even home runs were near the bottom too. In Rogers Arena, I know they kind of made it more of a pitching park with their upgrades, but still, it should be a hitter-friendly park. So let's see what we can do here against Tampa. Kirk trying to give the go-ahead run here with Springer on seconds. I think we're going to hold off here. We'll let that sim through. It is tempting. Kirk is over 3, but he sees the ball well. And hey, they didn't need us. 5-2 win. As Kirk and Alan Roden gets his first home run in his major league career. Congrats. Don't want to say too young of a man. He's 25 years old, a little bit older rookie. Took some time to develop, but he seems to find his groove. All right, game 2 versus Tampa. Gets shut out 3-0 there. Tampa Bay just ahead of us in the standings too. Got to try and find a way to win this series. Gausman only gives up 3, strikes out 5. Game 3 here versus Tampa. Another shutout there. The offense going dry right now. And not the best time to do it. I need to find some help here. Someone's got to start coming through. Max Scherzer give up 3. Detroit, we are up 1-0. Oh, and there's a tough injury to the bullpen. Brendan Little, torn labrum, out for 6 months. So he's done for the year, so we're going to have to call up some lefty bullpen help from AAA. And we're going to go to Ryan Yarbrough, acquired in the Kevin Kiermaier trade, re-signed in the offseason. Some nice depth here. See what he can do for the Blue Jays. Now the Tigers up by 1. Alan Roden up at the plate. All right, I feel like this one we're going to jump in. The Blue Jays need some help here, pushing in some runs. So Alan Roden, the rookie, off to a slow start here in his MLB career. But he hits this one, and it does drop, so the tie and run is going to come around and score. Alan Roden with some clutch hitting there. This game is tied. Congrats to the rookie there. He's fired up. You love to see it. As Alan Roden making things happen there. Oh, that would be a nice little confidence boost for the outfielder. Possibly taking over George Springer's role next year. And Hyman, he's just going to hit into a double play, but he actually beats it out. He beats out the double play. What hustle from the veteran catcher. And that brings in the go-ahead run. Hyman. Oh, he's not the fastest man on the planet, but he makes it work. Somehow, this game is taking a turn. So Andres Jimenez leading off today. 0 for 3, 2-1 counts. The pitch. And this one just a little blooper into the outfield. Good drop. No, the center fielder runs it down. And the inning will end there with the Blue Jays now up front 4-3. And they have Carpenter, Torres, and Torkelson coming up for Detroit. So Jeff Hoffman now coming in to close things out as we jump ahead to the top of the 9th. He has a 2-3 record, 11-13 for save opportunities. See what he can do against the Tigers. Keith going to ground one to Barger, and he's got him. Leadoff man retired. Colt Keith nowhere to go there. So Jake Rogers 1-2 count. The slider and nasty stuff there. Jake Rogers trying to break his bat out of frustration. Just ends up throwing it instead. My goodness. Jake Rogers caught on that nasty slider. Look at that break and the spin rate on that. That is ridiculous. Oh, so close to being crushed out of here too. Now an 0-2 count to Parker Meadows. The young center fielder splitter out of the zone, and the youngster too eager can't hold up as the Blue Jays come back and win this one 4-3 here at the Rogers Center. As Varsho with Roden and Schneider there giving some little love taps here. Blue Jays get a nice needed win here to keep their hopes alive in this division, so they don't want to drop too far back from the Yankees. Now Chad Green credited with the win. Hoffman with another save, his 12th on the year. And looking at some scouting opportunities here. Without that second round pick, we really need to hit on our first rounder. But there's some diamonds in the rough we're looking at too. Catching prospects is going to be a huge need for the Blue Jays. Now versus Detroit, and we lose this one 8-0, so 3 games below 500. And the offense nowhere to be seen here in Game 3. Francis only gives up 1 earned. A lot of errors today versus Detroit. So versus the Padres, 22-25 now. Up by 1 in top of the 8th. Swanson, he shuts the door down. Swanson's definitely having a huge bounce back here for the Blue Jays. Santander and Vladdy with the only RBIs. Not too shabby there. Barrios, solid game. Game 2. Padres up 2-1. Ernie Clement can't get anything done there. Lose that one 2-1. Davis Schneider with the lone home run. Losing all these games by a couple runs. Needs our offense to really step up. And we are up 6-5. A closing opportunity with Jeff Hoffman. I feel like we got to step in here. Jeff Hoffman, he's been lights out. He hasn't been perfect, but he's heating up. He had a rough start to the year. He's finding his groove. And we got to find a way to close this out. Padres now 1-2 count to Diaz. And this one a hard grounder to Jimenez. Takes his time and he's got him. Leadoff man is retired here. Only 2 outs remaining for the Padres. Jake Cronenworth 0-1 counts. And this one is smoked. It's back and gone. Another blown save. Jeff Hoffman is 3rd of the young season. Cronenworth just takes that oppo taco. Only 360 feet. That one seemed like it was going further, but my goodness. The Padres are all of a sudden back in this game. And the Blue Jays trying to win this series, but blow it in the top of the 9th. Padres, they do have some bats in their lineup. They will not go away if you let them. 0-1 count to Hayward, the veteran. Hard hit to Bichette, and he's scooping that up with the spin and the throw. 1 out remaining now in the top of the 9th here for the Padres. Trying to retake the lead. Connor Joe, full count. 1 for 3 on the day. Check swing. And they're not very kind to him there. They say he went around, so the Blue Jays looking for a chance to walk it off here with 1, 2, and 3 up next here for Toronto. Bo Bichette, 1-2 count against the knuckler Matt Waldron, and that's right up the middle as he's got another hit today. Bo Bichette, he is loving his new leadoff position with the Blue Jays. Andres Jimenez trying to bunt his way on, and we don't need to know how to bunt. Hopefully, don't screw this up. Oh, that actually kind of worked in our favor, as Jimenez will have a sacrifice bunt there. Bichette up to second. 0-2 counts. Knuckled curve. Look at the movement on that. And Bichette thought he was going to throw to first, and he gets tagged out trying to go to third. Machado with the fake throw. Anthony Santander now 0 for 4 on the day. Looking for a bounce back hit here to get the Blue Jays a victory. And this one, oh my goodness, that could have left the park. 99 miles an hour off the bat just to pop up in foul territory. Oh man. So Nick Sandlin going to come in for his 3rd appearance of the year. An extra innings here, and he strikes out Jackson Merrill. That slider had some break on it, my goodness. Speaking of break, look at Merrill's ankles here. Is this... Oh, puts him in a twister. Oh, what a pitch. So Lockridge coming in from some speed on second. Chop to Guerrero. And he's going to advance the runner. So 2 outs with a man on third for the Padres. And Luis Arias, one of the top batting average hitters in the league, gets grounded to Clement, and the Padres can't capitalize with a man on third. Sandlin fired up, keeping this game all tied. And the Blue Jays looking for another walk-off opportunity. Lockridge in at left field now for the Padres, and they bring in Yuki Matsue. And Leo Jimenez is going to come in to pinch run. George Springer, full count. The veteran trying to find his game. He will take a walk, so 2 on, no outs for the Blue Jays. And Alejandro Kirk battling here on a 2-2 count. And that 12-6 curve. Nasty stuff there. So Dalton Varsho, 0 for 2 on the day. Looking for something in the gap. The pitch. And this one is smoked in the gap like we needed. And Varsho has walked off the Padres here. The Blue Jays blew the lead in the 9th. But they will walk things off here in the 10th. And they win this series here against San Diego. I don't know why they're giving Clement the celebratory cheers. That was a Varsho walk-off hit, but Clement's acting like it was all him. But it doesn't matter. Win's a win. And that's a big series win here. Avoiding going down 4 games below 500. The Blue Jays still trying to find their groove. My goodness. 7-6. Sandlin credited with the win. 12 hits, 7 runs. Not too shabby from your Blue Jays here today, winning in dramatic fashion. Now we got the Tampa Bay Rays on the road. Another shutout. That's the 3rd shutout in 5 games against Tampa. We can't solve their pitching staff, apparently. How about this one? All right, there we go. Ernie Clement, 2 for 3, and he gets a victory there. 4-0, a shutout of our own. Clement, 2 home runs. Santander with the other. Francis, almost a complete game here from Bowden Francis. He's flirted with a few of those in his career. Looking at a couple players we want to look at here for later round picks. And someone in the 5th or 6th round, a catcher. Wouldn't be a bad option. How about a 1st round pick? What do we got? Not really. Mario Reyes, he could be a 3rd round option. There's a couple shortstops too, but they're 5'7". 5'7", you can't really be a shortstop. You probably get moved over to second base in the majors. You don't cover enough range when you're 5'7", unfortunately. Couple outfield prospects to look at. All right. Well, when you don't have that many picks, you don't really have to rush into anything. Definitely some options here to try and find some diamonds in the rough. Robert Lane, he's 23 though. Later on, I don't want to take oldest I would want to draft would be 22. I don't want to take someone 23 already. And the final game of the series, Blue Jays looking to win this series here in Tampa. Santander, chance for a grand slam. Looks like they'll get 1 run out of it. And they win that series. Barger and Varsho with home runs. Barger 4 RBI day. Barrios only gives up 3. We'll take it. Now in Texas. Ooh, we dropped that first one in Texas 3-2. 2 games below 500 now. See if we can get to 500 before the end of this month. All right, game 2. A big win here in Texas. The offense comes alive. Just what they needed. Vladdy with the home run. Jimenez 3 RBIs. Schneider and Clement stepping up. Game 3. And down 6-5. Can the Blue Jays come back? Oh my goodness, yes they do. 12-8. High scoring affair here. Guerrero Jr. and Schneider with the home runs. Jimenez a 4 RBI day. Guerrero with 3. Santander with 2. All right, we'll take it. Gosman just up 5. He's definitely having a bit of an off year for a guy who's supposed to be our ace. And then Francis. Oof. Tough loss there against Oakland. 10-3. And the team below us in the standings, too. We can't be losing like that. Can we tie things up in game 2? No, Oakland. The offense all of a sudden in Oakland is tearing up the Blue Jays pitching staff. Guerrero doing it himself here. 2 home runs, 4 RBIs. All right. Can we... It's a 4-game series. Can we tie this series? Chance to walk it off. And the Blue Jays do. 3-2 win there. So down 2-1 in the series. And RBIs from Bichette, Santander, and Schneider. Scherzer, Mad Max having himself a game. And some decent prospects to look out for here. Gary Trout could be a pitcher we take in the first round, but he doesn't have that velocity that we kind of keen on for an ace. Doesn't look like he's going to be throwing very hard at all. Dud Rosenberg, he could be a late round pitch. Possibly a 6th round pitch. Yeah, I don't know if anyone drafted in the top 5 I want to take if they drop to 8. Because they all want around 8.5 to 9 million, and that's all of our bonus money apparently. Who else could we look at? There's Easton Galvin, Josh Galvin. Maybe. Definitely need to find some guys that are not going to want to get paid if we want to take someone getting that much money. Christopher Jack, what a name that is. Josh Galvin, someone we're looking at possibly. Like Fisher K. He could drop to 8, but I just don't know if he's going to be the best player available. That's the only issue there. He is Canadian, but I feel like we have better options. Our scouts are saying he should be drafted in the 25th range. Donnie Metcalf. See what he can be. See if we can get him in the 4th round. And who else? Who else were you looking at here? Where did he go? Where did he go? Come on. I did see him somewhere. No. No, those are the 5'7" guys. Daryl Means. It's 5'9". No. Easton Cortez. Possibly. I did see him somewhere. Where was he? See? That's why you gotta stay focused here when scouting. Tom Coleman. 5'8" second baseman. Greg Donlin. There he is. That's who we're thinking of looking at. 80-99 in a 4th or 5th round. We'll see if that's accurate. Some bullpen help wouldn't be bad. Henry Ryder. Average velocity. Darryl Drew. Looks like he could bring some heat out of the bullpen. That would definitely be nice. 9 games back of the Yankees right now. The Blue Jays are still in the hunt. It's not over yet. Season is still young. We just need some guys to start turning it around. Schneider's heating up. George Springer, definitely twilight of his career. Rodon, he's back in the groove of things. Kevin Gosman, dropping his ERA. Francis Barrios. Scherzer. Some definitely names out there that could have a better year. But still lots of time to improve, and we will see you guys next time. Until then, we are signing off saying sayonara, everybody. Peace.